Hello, ChatGPT. Yes, there are so many nations allocating their budget to sports activities or sports industry amount, a large amount of their budget, annual budget. So there are some several, there are some how can I say there are some shifts how government spend on sports activities or sports industry. However, an upward trend is seen nowadays. There are so many nations, there are so many countries spend a large amount of their budget on sports activities. So, yeah, you know, yeah, I can see that more or less everywhere. So I think one of the main reasons of that is sports activities, sports industry can enhance average level of citizens basic health. So public health maintenance or public health costs often go up and down, fluctuately. Go up and down, go up and down several years. So depending on their public routine or public healthcare patterns. So it means governments government see investing in sports activity as a really significant and preventive way and preventive measure rather than just simple expense. So yeah, that's the main reason why governments always try to and struggle with the expense on sports activities or sports industry in terms of anything regarding with sports. And another reason is, as far as I thought, that is sports. Sport. Another reason is related to human nature and human instinct, because most people tend to like teamwork or competition or a sense of belonging. So sports may satisfy these needs in a really, really positive way. In addition, sports sports facilities or sports complex can help and can improve personal securities or personal safeties, because many staff members or many police officers are on a regular patrol around the facilities, so which is really, really beneficial and really useful for enhancing public and private safety. So yeah, I had to squeeze my brain. So that's why that's what I came up with. So yeah, please bear with me. And nevertheless, I don't think all the investments, all the activities that can help fund or that can help foster sports activity is not always is always considered appropriate or properly in many ways, because towards the end of many projects, stakeholders or the third parties can interrupt, and they may skirt laws in many ways, and they can misuse or overuse public money, and sometimes local governments or local authorities, um, local governments or local authorities impose a little bit stricter rules or disciplines to, I mean, disciplines on local residents or local businesses that can allegate, and that should be yeah. So local residents take a risk of them. So yes, so that is really negative way. So in conclusion, I think sports, yeah, investment in sports activities or sports industry is, yeah, apparently beneficial, but on the other hand, governments or local governments or authority must must take transparency or unfairness or public priorities into consideration at all times, at all costs.
Your points are solid, but let's tidy up some phrasing. Instead of repeating many nations or large amounts several times, you can condense. Also, allocate their budget on should be allocate their budget to. And when you say towards the end, it's not about projects, so we'll drop that. Finally, skirt laws doesn't connect well to your point on transparency. We'll reframe. Now we'll ask, do you think governments should prioritize elite sports or community level sports first?
It's really, really hard question for me to come up with right away, because actually in Korea society, in terms of sports, elite sports is nationwidely spreaded nowadays, because
I get what you're
yeah,
saying.
because when I was in high school and middle school, the classroom was split into two ways, largely. One of them was students just for studying everything, but on the other hand, the rest of them struggled to exercise or playing sports such as soccer or tennis or baseball or something like that. So yeah, which means in Korea, most of popular and famous players come from the elite sports environment, elite sports circumstance. So, which is really, I think, which feels really sad. I feel kind of sad because near Korea, in Japan, social, social sports environments are really spread well nationwidely throughout the country. So that's the I think as far as I thought, that is the main reason why Japan has strengths in field of teamwork sports such as soccer or baseball. There are always star players from Japanese, even in MLB or EPL or something like that. So there are so many soccer players who play in Europe or the States. So I think that's the main cause of
You had
yeah, that's the main effect and main result and effective result of
Now to refine that, instead of social sports environments are spread well, say community level sports are widely supported. And strength and field of team sports could be a strong culture of team sports. You're doing well. Next, what do you think the role of schools should be in fostering sports participation?
I think
Take your time, and I'm ready when you are. Let's keep this conversation rolling.
it'll be better. It should be regulated that most of schools for just ordinary students must select. Must select the physical education as a compulsory subject. That I think that will be really efficient and useful way to improve the attention from students' parents or students as well. So because most of students in Korea struggle with their grades, final grades, or their marks in every educational subject. So I think, yeah, I think choosing and separating the physical education as a
You've got a strong core idea. Let's just smooth out that wording. Instead of regulated, you might say, it would be valuable if all schools made physical education compulsory. Also, attention from students might be clearer as engagement from students and parents. Now, to continue our chat, how do you think technology like VR or AR could affect the future of sports training?
VR and AR technology can influence in many positive ways as far as I thought, because let's assume that ski or some specific activities, some specific courses are really focusing on and really influenced by the weather. So, such as ski or curling or figure skate or something like that, people can do those kinds of sports in just cold area or just the place where the facility is really the facility is already set up on the area. So AI, VR, AR or VR can help them to get used to get VR or AR can probably give them
You've
to
got
adapt to really strange environment, or can give opportunity to access the environment that environment where they never been through. So it will be really useful.
You painted that well. In simpler terms, you could say VR and AR can let athletes practice in environments that aren't normally accessible, adapting to conditions